David E. Taylor and Michelle Brannon, Kingdom of God Global Church. David called himself a prophet. Is he a prophet or a predator?
Ashamed, they have no confidence, and it's the mental manipulation, and they develop a trauma bond.
They will go into their ministry and the accusations that have been brought up. They were arrested over the weekend, both of them. I'll go through this. He called himself a prophet, an apostle, a man chosen by God. His followers thought he could perform miracles and heal the sick. But what's being revealed now is just the opposite. Fear, money, power, and control. Just a reminder, this is all alleged, that the accused are innocent until proven guilty. All the information that I find is available to anyone else. Just have to go looking.
Begin tonight with relief from a mother of a young man who she says fell victim to the lies of David E. Taylor. The self-described apostle is facing federal charges accused of using his church as a front for human trafficking, forced labor, and money laundering. And this week, federal agents raided several of Taylor's properties, including a 28,000 square foot mansion in Avila, one of Tampa's most exclusive neighborhoods. And tonight we're hearing from a woman who says her son is among Taylor's victims. Fox 13's Erin Mesma reports her son is just now opening up about his experience.
I ain't lying, I've been with God. I said I've been with God.
David E. Taylor claimed he was an apostle.
Look at this.
That he could heal through faith. Thousands of followers crowded into arenas to listen to him preach.
I was invited to be a part of David E. Taylor's worship team.
That was in 2015 in Anaheim, California. Bridget Walton says her son Patrick was blown away by Taylor's performance.
The signs and the wonders in his theatrics.
She says Patrick was so impressed, he dropped out of college and joined Taylor's ministry in Michigan with the Kingdom of God Global Church.
So who is David Taylor? He was born in the 1960s in Memphis, Tennessee. By his account, he came from a humble background with poverty and a broken home. He claims as a teen that he experienced a divine intervention, a vision of Jesus that shaped the rest of his life. The visions set him on a mission to bring face-to-face gospel to the world. By the early 1990s, Taylor began preaching at small churches. He began to be known as a fiery man of God with a powerful message. He told the followers he had been chosen to reveal Jesus in person, not just through prayer, but literally face to face. This claim set him apart from others. He told people that if they followed him, they would see Jesus in their dreams. That he was the only prophet that can make this happen. People believed him. He used television broadcasts, glossy marketing, and emotional testimonies to draw people into him. His message was very simple. If you give, if you believe, if you submit, miracles will happen to you. So soon people weren't just given their faith, they were given their money, loyalty, and in some cases, practically their lives. As David Taylor's church grew, it looked like it was a thriving religious movement. But insiders, some of them who knew and later escaped, the cracks were beginning to show, and they were getting too large to ignore at this point. Families began to come forward with stories of manipulation, financial exploitation, and fear. Donors claimed they were pressured into giving far beyond their means, often under the belief that their financial sacrifice would guarantee miracles for them. One woman reportedly told investigators she gave thousands, and when she couldn't give any more, They told me that I had lack of faith, and that was a reason my prayers were not being answered. Another former member alleged he was told to cut his family members off who didn't support the ministry. Does that sound like something you've heard of before? Scientology, cult. If you questioned Taylor, you were told the devil was using you. We believed in constant fear. We lived in constant fear, fearing of losing our salvation, fear of being cursed if we left. Michelle Brannon was known as Taylor's executive director at the church. She was arrested in Florida while he was arrested in North Carolina last Thursday. And she was indicted on 10 charges for forced labor, money laundering, human trafficking in Michigan, Texas, Missouri, and Florida. So, according to the Department of Justice, Taylor and Brannon coercive system, they forced individuals to work in call centers as personal servants, labeled armed bearers. The armed bearers had long hours without pay and under severe control. Workers were confined to ministry houses or call centers. They were isolated from outside contact and subjected to severe punishment, both psychological and physical, if they failed to meet unrealistic fundraising quota. Food was withheld from the call centers till they met goals. Taylor himself did a call where he withheld the food until they met numbers. Victims were forced to apply for EBT, government assistance, using false claims to hand over proceeds to the church. Guess where all this money was going? You guessed it. Taylor and Brannon. They used this money for luxury properties, vehicles, boats, four-wheelers. They were living the life. Also alleged transportation of women to Taylor and emergency contraceptives plan B. Taylor used his arm bearers to transport women from the ministry houses, from the airport, and other locations to wherever he was. So the most disturbing about all of this is that the hands of the wrong leader, faith can take a different turn. One with chains, domination attached instead of hope. This is where Taylor led his followers. He was living the life while promising all these miracles, salvation, and all under false hopes. I'm curious to see where this goes. I want to tune in to the court case when it does, and I'll let you know. Tell me your thoughts on this, because I'm curious to see what everybody else says. Let me know. And also go on and hit subscribe and like to my Crime and Chaos Diaries. Thank you for joining in. Have a good rest of the week. See you.